Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview January 22nd, 2015. Great to be with you on a Thursday as we get ready for our trading sessions. This is being brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, always great to be with you. Nice blue sunny skies today, nice breeze out there. I gotta tell you, Taiwan's weather this week has been phenomenal, absolutely beautiful. Alright traders, let's move along. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator through the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I also do the Friday wrap-up about 4 to 6 hours after New York close, where we basically review a bunch of daily charts. Between 10 and 16, something like that. Traders, I started trading in 2006, and in 2008 I retired from an awesome career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later I came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my retirement. Well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still here. I do trade the markets every single trading day. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm in a trade every day, but at least I'm in the markets looking for opportunities and probabilities on my side to enter and make some profits. Alright, that's just a little bit about myself. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Alright, traders, most important is that you do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Remember, when you trade live and you hit that mouse, you are taking risk. That means there's a possibility you're going to lose some money, and you will. We all do. Losing trades is just part of a wonderful career in trading. Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Let's get over to news and commentary. Commentary is going to come first today. Basically, it's going to be interesting to see how London reacts today. ECB President Draghi speaks 1 hour before the New York Open. He has his press conference, and 45 minutes before that, they have their rate decision, which of course we don't expect any change in that situation. But you know, when Draghi speaks, the markets move. So there's no other high impact data today. There's very few low impact data today. It's really the only big data that's out is the ECB President Draghi with his press conference today. So we have to watch out for that. All right, let's get over and take a look at what we got on some of these markets here. All right, let's start off with today's calendar. Well, I basically told you today's calendar, interest rate decision, and then ECB press conference. Medium impact, which might move the markets a little bit. I doubt it because everybody will be paying attention to Draghi. We have initial jobless claims out of the U.S. Actually, during the Eurozone, up until that point, there is really no data at all. And we had some medium impact data come out during the Asia session, right at the open, and that was New Zealand's business PMI, and there was no forecast, and it was a medium impact event. All right, let's take a look at the markets. These are yesterday's close. The Dow 30 closed up 0.22%. The S&P 500 closed up 0.47%, with the NASDAQ closing up at 0.27%, with the Russell 2000 in the red at negative 0.34%. Let's head on over to the Eurozone and take a look what's going on. The DAX closed up at 0.41%. The FTSE 100 closed up at 1.63%, with the CAC 40 closing up at 0.87%. The Eurostoxx 50 also closed in the green at 0.62%. All in the green, I have to say. All right, let's come on over to my side of the world. These are currently trading. These following markets, the Nikkei 225 is barely down at 0.14%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney is up at 0.65%, with the Shanghai also in the green at 0.44%, and the Hang Seng in the green at 0.61%, and ending with The Kospi, as always, in the green at 0.30%. So that's what's going on with news and commentary. I would just be careful what you trade, and it's going to be a technical day. We don't, I think the market's probably before London lunch is going to really fizzle out, and it's going to be pretty slow. So, but you never know. We'll just look what's in front of us, trade what's in front of us. I again say to you, please always, always, always look at your daily charts before you take any kind of trades. Traders, we have 60-minute charts we're going to take a look at. We're going to take a look at our normal 6 currency pairs. So here we go. Starting off with the euro dollar, looks like those news events in New York spiked away there and moved quite a few pips. So what does that do for us? Basically, nothing. We're going to wait for a bearish candlestick formation, and we're going to take this to the short side. I don't know how this is going to work. I'd like to really see this come up to the 618, to be honest with you. There's plenty of pips here, but that 23.6% fib, if you look left of the chart, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of junk there. There's no open space there. I wouldn't mind if this pulled all the way back up to the 200 exponential moving average and then gave us our trade. I'm not rushing into this one. This and you can't take the trade at the 23.6 fib. Then you're coming back right down into support again, right? So there's what do we got there for pips there? 57.25. Well, you do have some pips, so it's not a total loss. You do have some pips. You probably got about 40 pips, 30 pips there, so you can get into that trade if you take it at the 23.6, or you take it now. I mean, this candle is no older than about 15 minutes when I took a shot at the screen, so you could pop this now and take it to the downside and just put your stop above it, or I'd probably. I don't know. I think it's going to resume its trend, and it's just continue to the downside. Let's take the pound dollar. Pound dollar. Look at that chart. Now that is what we call a wiki chart. Look at those tails. Look at those dojis. Like, what? Man, I don't think I've ever seen 7 dojis in a row. Yeah. So I brought this chart up, and I'm saying, like, what is my trade plan going to be? So I went to the daily chart. And we'll blow the 200, and we're just going to keep trading this to the downside. And there's not a lot we can say. We're gonna trade it down. If it goes above the 200 exponential moving average, you know what? Then I'll do a complete total reassessment of the pound, and we'll see what happens from there. Take a look at these Bollinger Bands. These Bollinger Bands. Look at the ends of the Bollinger Bands. They're closed. They're closed, and Asia's open. So there's really no volatility here, so we'll keep an eye on that as the hours come off. We've got about 5 hours before the London Open, so we've got plenty of time. We've got 5 candlesticks before we're going to get to London Open, so we'll see what happens with these Bollinger Bands, but we really want to see some sort of movement where they open up before you enter a trade. Do not trade when you see Bollinger Bands looking like that, that's for sure. Let's go over to the Aussie dollar. Here's another one. Talk about Bollinger Bands wide open to the downside. Unbelievable, huh? Nice move. This is, again, a data issue. We're sideways now. We need a pullback. We'd love to get back up to that 38.2 fib at 0.8125 and then just short the heck out of this. That would be awesome. Again, this is another one. If this came all the way back up to the 200 or, the 618, I'd love to short it from there. I don't think it's going to do that in 5 hours, but I think it can get up to the 38.2 with at least 23.6 and give us a bearish candlestick formation, and we'd be more than happy to take this to the downside. So traders, yes, we are bearish in the Aussie dollar. Here's the Euro Aussie. This is a strange chart. If you look at the daily chart, we're still below the 200 exponential moving average, and it's bearish, but it's really made it's made its correction, and now we're seeing some red. So I'm expecting this to come down. I really don't want to trade this until it's below that 200 exponential moving average, and proves to me that it wants to be bearish. We'll take it down to that 1.4110 area, and I would have no problem with that. You know, if this trade works out, this ends up being an 80 pip trade, right? I don't expect it to work out perfectly, so, you know, we're just going to have to look at it an hour by hour. Again, this is another pair that I wouldn't even touch until an hour or 2 hours before the London Open, and see what kind of results we get and what we're looking at. Well, let's take a look at the Euro-Yen. Euro-Yen is, yeah, it's still in its little range. It did come down. If you take a look at the left of the chart, you can see it did come down all the way to support there. It did break to the downside. So here we are, basically looking what we looked like yesterday. This is a new chart. You can see the new level of the 200 exponential moving average at 137.73. Traders, this is totally how you want to trade this. If you want to trade this up, you get a bullish candlestick. You want to trade it up, take it up. But the pair is bearish. Understand, the pair is extremely, extremely bearish. So you surely want to take this to the downside. However, trade what's in front of you. Again, this to me seems like, well, an hour before, it's either 1 or 2 hours. You have to check your economic calendar. The BOJ has a press conference today, their monthly press conference. So check your economic calendar for that. That might move this a little bit. That'll give it a little jolt to it. Press conferences always do stuff because they're bound to say something to move the market. Oh, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar, last pair of the day. There's those two big red candles from the New York data that came out. Now we're sideways. You know, we want to see this pull back up to the 38.2% Fibonacci level. We'll be more than happy to take this to the downside. If you look left of the chart, we got a wide open space. There's no junk there. There's nothing there. And it would be a nice, clean trade. So I definitely would want to see this pull back and give us that opportunity to take it down. This looks like a good trading setup, and what I like about it, it's very clean. You know, it's a very clean chart. It's a very, you know, there's not a lot of wiggling and waggling, and you know, we know we're in Asia, and we should see, you know, we have 5 candles to go until the London Open, and you know, we should start to see some movement here now. So I do like this trade setup. I really like it. I'd like to see this pull up, and we can take this to the downside, but we're definitely bearish in the New Zealand dollar. Traders, I would like to thank you on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, for joining me today on a bright, sunny morning here in Pattaya, Thailand. Traders, you have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart, not hard. And traders, we'll see you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care now.